guys, this is Matt Brunet, and welcome to Movie News Weekly, hosted by FilmBook. Now, before we begin, let's take a look at what we got in this week's news, which includes The Prophets of the Doll, Despicable Me, Remembering Godzilla, the new Sarabi and Rafiki, Back from the Dead in Pandora, Disney flicks, Wonder Woman and the Justice League, Sam Elliott vs. Bigfoot, Who Else is in Venom, and When Are Spidey's Lady Friends Coming? So with that said, let's get things started. Who needs nuts when you got creepy dolls? Annabelle Creation, the prequel to the spin-off of The Conjuring, gave a bit of a heartbeat from an almost dead weekend at the box office by making it into first place with $35 million. However, following afterwards, it's almost as if Annabelle herself petrified the other movies, especially the other new movie this week, The Nutjob 2: Nutty by Nature. The animated sequel only began in third place with a little less than $9 million. This beats the record that was previously held by the Emoji Movie for having the worst opening for a movie that opened with over 4,000 theaters, behind Dunkirk, which is still strong in second with more than 11 million. Following from behind includes The Dark Tower with almost 8 million, The Emoji Movie and Girls Trip tied with almost 6.5 million, Spider-Man Homecoming with more than 6 million, and Kidnap with more than 5 million. Gru may not be the best supervillain or the best former supervillain, but he is the richest. Despicable Me has officially become the highest-grossing animated film franchise of all time, after the third movie's performance at the box office during last weekend. At that time, the franchise ended up earning a total of $3.53 billion, which would surpass the last record holder Shrek, which had a total of $3.51 billion. The combination of the latter came from all four Shrek movies and the 2011 spin-off Puss in Boots. Other franchises that are among the top include Ice Age, Madagascar, and Toy Story. Individually, the movies have always been a summer powerhouse throughout the decade. The first film from 2010 is the weakest of the bunch by only earning $546 million, but things really pick up in 2013 when the sequel would gather a total of $976 million, thanks to the help of letting the franchise enter the Chinese market. The prequel, the 2015 Millions, currently stands as the highest-grossing non-Disney animated film of all time by making a total of $1.16 billion. Finally, with Despicable Me 3, as of this video, it's on its way to go and earn a global total of about $920 million, and it currently stands as the highest-grossing animated film of the year. With or without his suit, he will always reign as the king of the monsters. Actor Haruko Nakajima was announced to be deceased at the age of 88. The Japanese man started his career appearing in films like Eagle of the Pacific and Seven Samurai, but his worldwide fame came when he put on the legendary monster suit for the 1954 Ishiro Honda film Godzilla. Since then, his career was spent becoming Godzilla and several other kaijus in numerous of Japanese films. He would play the king of the monsters all the way up to 1972 with Godzilla vs. Gigan. He also was the role of Mothra in 1961, King Kong in 1967's King Kong Escapes, featured in War of the Gargantuas, and Frankenstein Conquers the World. In 2010, Nakajima would publish his life story in the autobiography Monster Life: Haruko Nakajima, the original Godzilla actor. He will surely be missed. And the roles keep on coming. After the announcement of possibly having Chiwetel Ejiofor as Scar, 2 additional actors have signed on to lend their voice in Disney's live-action remake of The Lion King, directed by Jon Favreau. First, there was Alfre Woodard to voice Sarabi, Simba's mom, and John Kani to play as Rafiki. Originally voiced by Madge Sinclair and Robert Guillaume, respectively, the 2 new actors would come fresh out of the Marvel projects, including both of them making an appearance in 2016's Captain America: Civil War. Woodard was prominently featured in the series Marvel's Luke Cage, while Kani was the father of T'Challa, King T'Chaka, and will be reprising his role in the upcoming Black Panther movie. The Lion King will return to theaters on July 19th, 2019. If you've seen the movie and know who he is, you're probably asking a lot of questions now. Matt Gerald has officially joined the cast of the sequels of James Cameron's Avatar. He will be reprising his role as Corporal Lyle Wainfleet, and will be alongside Sam Worthington, Sigourney Weaver, CCH Ponder, and Joel David Moore. Amongst fans of the movie, the casting choice seems rather confusing to see him return for the sequels, since in the first film, his character ends up dead. Neither James Cameron nor 20th Century Fox could comment about how the corporal will be coming back or how he managed to survive. Gerald did manage to find some time to be presented in some other feature films that will be coming soon, including next week's Shock Collar, Bright with Will Smith, and Rampage with Dwayne Johnson. The next Avatar movie will start filming this fall and is scheduled to be released on December 18th, 2020. Well, Disney fans, looks like you won't be needing your subscriptions anymore. Disney has officially announced that they will end its agreement and stop distributing its movies on the popular streaming service Netflix in 2019. This will be done to prepare the plans for the company to start its own streaming service with Disney's properties in that same year, and for an ESPN version coming out in 2018. This was accomplished by purchasing the majority stake of BAMTech Technology for $1.58 billion. It already owned 33%, but after its purchase, it shot up to 75%. Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, stated, "The acquisition and the launch of our direct-to-consumer service mark an entirely new growth strategy for the company. One that takes advantage of the incredible opportunity that changing technology provides us to leverage the strength of our great brands." In the Disney service, it stated that not only will it be distributing movies from both Disney and Pixar, but it will also offer TV shows from the Disney Channel, Disney Junior, and Disney XD. She really is owning everything in DC now, is she? This week, Mattel released a new Barbie doll that was meant to promote the upcoming DC Cinematic Universe movie, Justice League. On the package, however, it contains a synopsis of the movie that suggests that the central character of the film will be Wonder Woman instead of Batman. It reads, "Once again, Wonder Woman must demonstrate her ability as a fierce warrior. Facing a great enemy, she and Batman joins forces to recruit a group of metahumans to stand against this newly awakened threat. Having formed an unprecedented league of heroes, they set out to save the planet from assault of catastrophic proportions." Some have speculated that it would be because of the reshoots demanded at Warner Bros. After the success of Wonder Woman during the summer to capitalize on her new critically acclaimed fame. Directed by Zack Snyder and later done by Joss Whedon, Justice League will be coming to theaters on November 17th. This is one of those movies where the title just says it all. Actors like Larry Miller, Rizwan Maji, and Ron Livingston have joined the cast of the latest drama by Robert Krzyzewski called The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then the Bigfoot, starring Sam Elliott and also featuring Aidan Turner and Kathleen Fitzgerald. The movie will be about a war veteran named Calvin Barr in 1987, decades after he successfully killed Adolf Hitler. He was contacted to go into the Canadian wilderness in order to hunt down the legendary Bigfoot. There is no confirmation of the part that Livingston, Miller, and Manji will play, but it was said that Krzyzewski will not only be the director of the film, but also the writer and the executive producer with finances by Epic Pictures. While no release date has been announced for the film, it is currently in the process of principal photography. That symbiote just affected another guy. Riz Ahmed, who was recently seen in last year's Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, has signed on to join the cast of Sony's Venom. While details have yet to be confirmed, Ahmed will be seen alongside Tom Hardy, who will play Spider-Man's nemesis, as what is said to be a familiar Marvel character. Zombieland's Ruben Fleischer is going to direct in what Sony will hope to be the start of a new Spider-Man film franchise that doesn't connect itself with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The character of Venom is known to be one of the biggest villains from the Spider-Man comics, appearing next to the Web-Slinger, Iron Man, the Hulk, Deadpool, and many more. He also first appeared in movies as one of the big bad guys at the end of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3. Venom will be heading to theaters on October 5th, 2018. Speaking of Sony's Spider-Man spin-off films, the company has announced the release date of Silver and Black for the beginning of 2019, which will star the femme fatales of the Spider-Man comic, Silver Saber and Black Cat. Gina Price Brightwood will be directing the feature and will also provide some rewrites from a script done by Christopher Yost. This will mark as the second time she will direct a Marvel project, since her first was for the pilot of the series Cloak and Dagger. This will mark as the first time Silver Saber will also appear in a feature film, while Black Cat already made an appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. With the way Sony is scheduling all their Spider-Man films, they seem to be pretty close together, with Venom for October of 2018 and the animated Miles Morales film at the end of December of that year, and now this one is at the start of 2019. With its release date, it will be in direct competition with the anticipated animated sequel of the Lego Movie. Silver Saber and Black Cat will be in theaters on February 8th, 2019. And that's all I've got for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to head on down to film-book.com for all the latest movie and TV news, along with their columns on the box office and their theatrical release schedule. Also, you can follow them on whatever social media you'd like. And while you're at it, you can follow me on my YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter if you're more into stuff like animation, Disney, and my weird sense of humor. If you were watching this on YouTube, then hit that like button and come subscribe to us, and also leave a little comment on what you think on the news this week. If you were listening to this on a podcast on iTunes or any other podcast service, then don't forget to rate and review what you just heard. Tune in next time for another round of Movie News Weekly, and until next week, see you later, dudes!